Hi everyone, my name is Amy St. Hilaire. I am a transformational coach and I'm going to talk to you today about Melissa oil. So, hello to all of you. All right, so two things I'm going to highlight today about Melissa oil. There's a lot of uses for Melissa oil, much like there are a lot of uses for a lot of our oils, right? But the two I'm going to highlight today are the antiviral properties of the oil and also the antidepressant, anti-anxiety properties, okay? So let's look at the viruses first. Okay, so what's very interesting is Melissa oil is protective against all of the herpetic viruses, okay? So these are the viruses included, and I think this is interesting for a couple of reasons. Let me list them off to you. Herpes simplex 1 and 2, and that can create genital herpes, and it can create cold sores and things like that. Also herpes 6, 7, and 8. Also varicella zoster, which is chickenpox and shingles. Okay, so when you think of protecting against shingles, helping resolve shingles, helping keep the varicella virus and shingles dormant so it doesn't come back and cause a flare-up or outbreak or go to neurological shingles, with neurological symptoms, I want you to think Melissa oil, okay? You can always make a roller ball of it and put up the spine. You can take a drop of it under your tongue or put it on your feet. But Melissa oil is powerful against varicella. It's also powerful against the Epstein-Barr virus and cytomegalovirus. Now, cytomegalovirus is associated with depression and anxiety in older adults, one study showed. It also shows that possibly antibodies for cytomegalovirus were heightened, exacerbating elevated mood in bipolar disorder 1. So what's really interesting is Melissa oil helps with cytomegalovirus, all the other herpetic viruses. Okay, cold sores, by the way, just one dot of Melissa oil on a cold sore. Many people I've known, boom, it's gone by the morning. Okay, gone, completely gone. So Melissa oil, which helps with all of these viruses, and one of the viruses associated with depression, that's the other thing Melissa oil helps with is depression and anxiety. And depression and anxiety often hang out together, okay? So if you are having low mood, low motivation, low energy, if you're having anxious feelings, Melissa oil is wonderful. Again, you can do a drop under your tongue before bed because it's calming, okay? And then I will share a recipe with you and then a personal story about Melissa oil. So there is, in the Advanced Oil Magic book, there is a recipe, oils to progress when you're trying to move through fear and grief, depression, and despair. And there are 3 oils in it. One of them is Melissa. So it says, for progressing through depression and despair, you can hold a drop to the roof of your mouth of Melissa for 30 seconds. This will help stimulate serotonin and dopamine production and receptivity, resulting in lightened countenance and, of course, just lightening your whole entire being. Then you can diffuse bergamot throughout the day to begin returning to the sense of who you truly are, and frankincense under your tongue 2 to 3 times a day to combat depression by facilitating proper neurotransmitter production. Okay, so that's just one idea of how to use Melissa in terms of mood, depression, and uplift. And then I will tell you my personal story with Melissa. So about a year ago, my children had the chickenpox. And I started to feel very run down and tired. And I thought, well, it's been 43 years since I had the chicken pox, so I'm not entirely surprised I'm not feeling great. The only problem was this lasted for 5 weeks. And as we got into the 5th week, I was feeling incredibly depressed. The fatigue heightened to where I felt sedated every afternoon and literally had to lie down. And the worst part was also the strange random body aches came back. When I say came back, they came back, and I realized that that's how I used to feel 16 years ago when I had fibromyalgia. Now, I resolved my fibromyalgia totally and completely through the work I do and detoxing and all sorts of stuff, getting rid of old emotions many years prior, 16 years ago. But when all these symptoms stacked up and they weren't going away, I got a little bit worried. But actually, honestly, I didn't get that worried. It just clicked. I said, oh my God, this is the virus causing all of this. All I need to do is attack it. Now, hopefully you know that the bilipid cell membrane of our essential oils is able to penetrate the bilipid cell membrane of viral cells, okay? So where we don't have really effective antiviral medications that can go in and absolutely zap viral cells. Essential oils can do that. So basically what I did is I took a drop of Melissa oil under my tongue every night before bed. I took an On Guard Plus soft gel every morning, and I did this for 30 to 60 days. I can't remember how long. And the On Guard Plus soft gel has Melissa in it. So if you need to get some Melissa and you don't have it on hand and you need to fight an infection while you're waiting for your Melissa, use an On Guard Plus soft gel. It has Melissa in there. But basically what happened is within 3 days, only 3 days, my depression completely lifted, and it had been going on for 3 or 4 weeks. Within 2 weeks, my energy was totally, completely restored, and all aches and pains were gone. So just so you know, Melissa is incredibly powerful. It's like I kind of like owe my quality of life to that oil, because once viruses get embedded and activated and reactivated, they wreak havoc. Absolutely, they will wreak havoc in your health. So Melissa oil is one of your most powerful oils that you can have in your health and wellness arsenal. And I hope this was helpful to you. Have a wonderful, awesome day. Bye.